Alright, come on, Vominos, everybody. Let's go.
I wonder how...
And we're off.
The forbidden rituals of this area. It looks like Mr. Takamine was doing research into them. I wonder if his group is still here.
Oh, speaking of Mr. Takamine, there he is now. But what is this? He has vanished? Perhaps he snuck into this room. He must be around here somewhere. If I'm 2 seconds behind, brushing up against that stair set is why. Hiccups are kind of funny as long as I don't think about them. I feel like they don't really affect you as much. Yeah, it's like you never really have a hiccup once you've... When you have hiccups, it seems like you're usually sitting there thinking about them, and once you kind of get your mind off of them, they don't bother you nearly as much.
I remember the incident from which I learned of its
Just kind of mash through that door.
capture ghosts.
Oh, nice.
It's been 2 weeks.
Hey, Decoy, how you doing? Oh, Decoy, you've never seen this game before? Yeah, it's totally a rail shooter. If I don't feel like doing attempts of this tonight, what I'm going to do for casual no SRL is I brought the Resident Evil rail shooters home from my buddy's house. I loaned them to him forever. I have Umbrella Chronicles and Darkside Chronicles, which is a lot better. Has anybody played those before? They're really good. If you like Resident Evil, then they're up your alley. I remember I really liked Umbrella Chronicles, and I played the crap out of it. Like, and that game's long for a rail shooter too. I remember my file being something like 22, 23 hours, and then or Dark Side Chronicles is a lot shorter, but it's so much better. That one only took me like 8 hours to beat, but still like an 8-hour rail shooter. Like, it's still it's a pretty hefty game. Umbrella Chronicles just kind of feels like a generic first-person shooter, rail shooter with Resident Evil implements. Dark Side Chronicles is just like, it's its own experience. Resident Evil 5 was your first Resident Evil? You're kidding me. That's insane, Bad Bunny. Hey, Super Punter, good to see you. Running this game is a lot like running Resident Evil, except for instead of dodging lots of enemies, you have to kick their asses. And this boss, on the other hand, or not boss, this enemy, he doesn't take very much. Anyone here? Oh, Resident Evil Survivor. Fuck yeah, dude. Resident Evil 4 is still a late Resident Evil to be a first one, but it's a good one to be a first one. And though, like, if Resident Evil 4 was your first Resident Evil, it'd make 1, 2, and 3 feel hella weird. So that's kind of funny. Super Punter, I do. It's one of the few games that I have world record for. It's like the only one, actually, now that I think about it. Except for games that I have speedruns of that are unchallenged, like Suffering and shit. And the only people I've beaten this game is Zero Shift and a couple of Japanese dudes. Like, there's some games that I speedrun that I'm getting better at, like the Suffering, but like aside from Metal Gear Solid 2, this is the one game that I'm like really good at. Though, I shouldn't say that before this fight. Boo. There's a quick kill here that's really fun. It doesn't always work. Yeah, Resident Evil 2 is my favorite based on nostalgia. Resident Evil 4 is probably my favorite as far as gameplay. So we upgraded speed once. And the way this works is we turn around instantly and kind of walk forward, and then... Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Nice. That was really scary. If you're gonna fail that, usually the way that it happens is you don't get enough damage from the first 2 shots. And so then when you hit long arms, or not long arms, the editor, he'll have like 10 HP left after you do that final hit, and then that's a 0. And when you hit enemies with 0s and they don't die, they sit and whine about it for like about 10-15 seconds. Like, what I mean by that is they don't become visible, and so you can't shoot them. It's a huge time waste if you don't get that quick kill. I keep on wanting to like go in the first person view before I open a door because I've been playing the Suffering so much. Yeah, this game is totally less scary than Luigi's Mansion. Long Arms is the next ghost we fight, and he's probably my favorite by far. He's the fight that I'm really like thinking about on these splits. Oh hey Kuda, how you doing? Like, if I get his second style attack, I'm gonna be very happy. He only has 2 attacks. Let's see what we get here. Nice. That was a sick fucking fight. That's exactly the kind of like... It can be a little bit longer than that, but killing him on his first 0 is exactly what you want to do. I also like how I haven't had any hiccups since this run started. Though I really shouldn't say that. I think this is close enough. Yeah. Oh, hey, Pooks. Thank you. I appreciate it. How are you doing tonight? Thank you for stopping by the stream. I've been procrastinating on doing a run of this game for like 2 weeks because I've been scared, to say the least. My last run was 8 seconds off of my PB, and so, like, my best time in this game is really, really, really tight, so I used to think that I didn't have what it took to beat it and I'd, like, lost my skill, but I think I can do it. It's just like we would always be red splits by long arms because you have to get a really good fight to keep that split. But this is like, it's a really good start, but this is just the beginning. There's a ton of ghosts. I don't have a split for every ghost, but I have a split for the very vast majority. This is probably the most boring part of the whole run, too, is day one after you fight long arms. It's just this long, like, getting various interpretations of keys for various interpretations of doors, such as, like, mirrors and candles and crap like that. Yeah, I really am super boner. Could they pull out a good Resident Evil 2 remake? It depends. How are they gonna do it? Is it gonna be like a remake like the or like Resident Evil remake, or is it going to be like a Resident Evil 4 style remake, where are they gonna like find some excuse to give you some like unnecessary partner and give it like an annoying inventory, and every time there's like a cutscene, are you gonna have to press A to not die and like mash because something's exploding? Like, are they going to give me good Resident Evil, or are they going to give me shit? Like, are we getting Resident Evil 0, or are we getting Resident Evil 6? Yes, Ashley was hot. Even if she did have the same voice actress as Cindy Vortex. Cindy Vortex, of course, being from Jimmy Neutron. And if you don't believe it, look it up. That chick has a very impressive resume. It has more than just Cindy Vortex and Ashley in Resident Evil 4. She has done a ton of shit. Matt Trex, there's a ton of people who come in here saying they prefer the second Fatal Frame over the first one. And playing the second Fatal Frame, I could see why, but the combat is so different in the second one. Like, it has a completely different engine than this game, and I really don't like how combat works in that game. I find it much funner in this version. Did anybody ever release 1.5? I was talking to Carcinogen through his chat, and he was saying something about it. Like, somebody got a copy of 1.5 and they were working on releasing it. And see you later, 510. Thanks for hanging out, homie. Oh, really? Damn. Can I get this? Oh. Ouch. That fight's kind of annoying to get fast. You can't really stun lock her. You actually have to take advantage of your shots. Because a lot of the times when you shoot her, she'll make herself invulnerable afterwards. It's not like a lot of ghosts. You just let you like pop them a couple times and call it good. Going through that door skips that fight against Broken Neck. Though the other doors are locked, except for the one I came from, I can actually go through that one too. But you can't go through this door. You have to either defeat her or get her to vanish first. Let's not fuck this up. Nice. If you just kind of inch up to that, you can pick up that lighter without getting the blue thing. The beginning of 2 pisses me off. Every time I play that game, it's one of the reasons I don't really care for it, is it's just so slow. Like, this one started off really well. You're in a mansion. You have a button that's on your controller that lets you activate the camera. We're not going to tell you which one it is. We're going to assume that you're smart enough to press these buttons that are on your controller, and that you're smart enough to figure out which one, whoopsies, brings up your camera and then which ones take pictures. You don't need no stupid tutorial. And then it kind of gives you a ghost to fight. It does give you a little like 4 text boxes of instruction. And then you get to kick this ghost's ass, and then you finish the day, and then it starts you off as his sister, and then it says, go, have fun. On opposed to Fatal Frame 2, where you walk down a path, and then, ooh, then you have to go explore this house, and there's ghosts, and then you have to hit this trigger, and then, oh, but then you have to hit this trigger, and then you got to take a picture of this, then you have to hit this trigger, and then you get to go up here, and then finally you get to fight a ghost. Like, I'm just bitter because one of my biggest pet peeves in video games is where, like, the trigger sequence is to leave the area. Because I think in Fatal Frame 2, like, it's not that stupid. It actually says, like, oh, we should leave, and then that's how the cutscene ends. But, like, if you're not paying attention or something, you may not know that. And upgrading to speed here really helps out for this fight. Ideally, I'm going to get it in 2 shots. Oh wait, no, I don't have a split for her. Getting it in 2 shots is much easier with that upgrade. And that upgrade that I did was for speed. So it upgrades how fast the charge fills. The other ones that are available to you are max power, which gives you not more damage, but it gives you a higher level that you can charge, which eventually equals, more damage. And then the other one just makes your range bigger, so your circle. Alright, this next fight is the biggest one in day 1. And I find it to be very heavy. It's the same ghost that I just fought, but I gotta like maneuver myself down this pathway and try to fight this ghost at the same time, and it just like rustles my jimmies every time. What are you doing, bitch? Her teleportation right there is like really shitty luck. I'm lucky that hit her. See, I'm supposed to be walking down this pathway, but because she's kind of in the way, there's not a lot I can do about that except for... Okay, that still worked. Matt Chirags, the thing about Fatal Frame fan art is the vast majority of it is for Fatal Frame 2. I do have raunchier pictures, I just like that picture. It's like most of the fan art that I have though is for, damn it. Most of the fan art that I have is for Fatal Frame 2, just like Fatal Frame 1 fan art is really hard to find. Like, it's not so bad, but it's just, there's a lot. Fatal Frame 2 was a lot more popular, and the characters kind of give you a little bit more to work with. Okay, here we go. I have another picture that I'll bring up later. I'll bring it up after the second day. Alright, so let's just, I do that to wait a second. Sometimes he comes out immediately and it's just really, you don't want that. And it's more about where you get him in the middle than how far it's charged. Because I could hit him for 110 if I do it one more time, but it's more about how close I get him. So just doing these triple charge shots are just perfect. And then now he's so close I don't even have to back up anymore. And that was a great fight. Even though I lost time on it. I actually lost more time. I didn't lose it from that fight. In my splits, when I beat the assistant, I was able to continue going down that pathway the whole time. So when I finished the fight, I was right next to the door. When I did that fight previously, I was really far down the pathway, and so I had to walk all the way up it, which I think that really shows how much time it saves to be right by the door. It's kind of like during that fight, you want to be as close to that pillar as possible so you don't have to walk all far to it. I made more splits for this game, and I noticed that it's making me speedrun it, like, and care more while I'm speedrunning it. When I only used to have like 6 or 7 splits for this game, and when I did, like, I would notice these like giant things of time between them, either huge improvements or like huge losses. I feel like having more splits keeps me a little bit more in the run because I know how I'm progressing between ghosts. Alright, so we have a blinded skip here. It's probably the easiest out of the 3 of them, but it still kind of sucks. You have to do it differently because you don't monster mash for this one. You just kind of lure her. It's a different style. This is supposed to be the first blinded encounter. And so the way that I like to do this one is running up this way. And then kind of going around round so she thinks something's up there. And then, yeah, she karate chops over there. If you go down too sharply, you can get her to do her karate chop down this way and she'll come down the hallway and get you. So you almost like purposefully make yourself go a little like slower, so to speak. Okay, long arms too. If we would have got that first one, oh well. Yeah, broken neck sucks. She's really weak. She doesn't bring shit to the table. When I came in on Carcinogen playing this game casually, oh, Jesus Christ, I'm wasting so much time here. He was at 2 hours, and he was at this point, which is pretty common for most people playing this game casually. Takes you about 2 hours to get here, but that's with like exploring and going in every room and reading files and like getting your ass kicked by ghosts a few times. If you're speedrunning this game, you get through it really fast. Like, I still have the first save file I ever started on this game, which I never beat. And it's in the middle of day 3, and I have like no health, I have like no ammo. The file's like 5 hours and 30 something minutes, and it's in the middle of day 3, so like an hour into the run. It's pretty bad. Alright, anyways. Okay, this ghost is going to be very picky for me. What are you doing? Okay, so this is against the child ghost, which is one of the first ghosts that was killed by long arms while they were playing demon tag with Miku's great grandmother. Okay. Don't get your 0 shot in. Let's do a spam shot. Back up a little bit. Let's see if we can make it up. This game did come out on PlayStation Network not too long ago. God, even like if we're on red splits, it's still really close to the previous run. The 3 seconds in this game is nothing. That's right, there's plenty of time that can be made up. And we need to make up 8 seconds to get a new world record, because I lost my old world record splits. And those ones were 8 seconds faster than the PB I have on these splits. It's 1:24:32. And what's funny about that is the run that I got for this one, the 124.40, is actually the same in-game time as the other run. They were both 122.22. I thought that was really silly. Okay, nice. And so we're going to keep monster mashing, because as long as I do this right here, she can't hear me. And then I'm going to go up to the top of the stairs here and then run down like that, and she should attack the top of the stairs like she just did. And now she's so distracted with that that she's not going to be able to hurt me. Although actually she has hurt me when I've gone through this door, so let's not speak too soon. Okay, we're cool. This is a health item I used to get, but fuck it. I'm still gonna get the Sacred Mirror later. Because, like, seriously, if I actually have to go into my menu and use a health item, that just already wastes so much time that, and, like, it looks so bad. I don't want that for a run. Though this game just throws so many health items at you. I could probably have about 6 to 8 small health items right now if I wanted them, and then that's a full health recovery. The one thing that I do pick up is it's a sacred mirror. It's kind of the equivalent of a like a fairy in a bottle in Ocarina of Time. If there was a Fatal Frame anime, it would bring me joy. My favorite anime is Elfen Lied. I like short animes that have serious tones and that are more realistic. Like, Elfen Lied isn't realistic, but um, I don't like too off-the-wall shit. SNES West, I will continue busting them ghosts. I am also really glad that since this run started, my hiccups have completely died. Like, they were really bad when I was starting stream. And these ladders are between 11 seconds to 14 seconds each, depending on if you're descending or ascending them. Here we go. Alright, so this is spooky. I'm not going to upgrade my range, I'm just going to be not a bitch. Okay, this is scary. Nice. Alright, we're on world record phase. Steve Proponent, no, I have not seen your fandom. What I meant when I say I like shorter animes is I like getting into animes that are either like 12 episode seasons or 24 episode seasons, on opposed to like I've never gotten to Bleach or Naruto or Inuyasha specifically because I know that they're all like 8,000 episodes. Which, like, I also think that's kind of dumb of me. Like, I could be missing out on just some awesome things. And that rule doesn't constantly apply. Like, my second favorite anime next to Elfen Lied is Case Closed, or Detective Conan. Um, I love Detective Conan, and it is one of the longest running animes. Like, right now, they're in the late 600s, going up on 700 episodes. Detective Conan is my shit. I love that show. Oh, I hate Chubby the Fat. Excuse me. Need to, Sorry, I needed to clear my throat. And I needed an opportunity to, like, mute my mic. And so, audio cue, and go. I think we're cool, we're cool. Alright, yeah, this is the third blinded fight that we could skip. And hopefully she's not gonna wreck my shit here. Oh, no, she got me. No damage run ruined. I was wondering if I had to split her or not. And we're actually doing really good now. But the next fight is the biggest fight in the game. It's the RNG boy. And he doesn't have a Japanese name. He just is known as like the little boy who died while playing Demon Tag. But this fucker plays such hard hide and seek, dude. This kid goes hard, and I do not like his ass. Also, if you're running this game, do not forget to go up here and get this red film. Zero forgot to get in a run once. Or not a run, in a race. And it really, I think he ended up forfeiting because of it. So the thing about ghosts in this game is the vast majority of them will always appear in the same spot when you start a fight. This kid has like 6 different positions that he can start in, one of which being not spawning at all and just waiting for like 8 seconds to fuck with you. So we're going to see which one he does. Ideally, he'll appear right in front of me on the rafters. No, he's in a great spot though. Why did those not register? Must be because he was in the wall. That really frustrates me though. Oh shit. Wasting shots, but I was trying to stun lock him, and this will get him. Nice. Yeah, the thing about him being under the stairs is like I should have been able to just whoop ass on him. But I think because of where he was standing, sometimes when ghosts are a little bit behind a piece of wood, it can really mess with you. Um, like there's been times where it's usually against Ryozio, when his head goes behind a pillar when I'm fighting him in Demon's Mouth, and you can't shoot him during that time. Like, his head was right in the middle of one of the rafters, so I wasted 2 shots because it was like flickering back and forth and kind of charging. But it wasn't actually targeted onto him, so that's a real shame. And then I think I just straight up missed a shot when I was kind of panicking when I was fighting him earlier. And so 3 wasted shots kind of sucks. We're doing okay on ammo though. Yeah, there was just the big like PAX convention here in Seattle. I knew a ton of people who went to that. I was surprised to see there was so much stuff for it going on Twitch, but I didn't really have much of an interest. Akuta, this game actually is pretty scary if you play it by yourself. Like, watching it on a stream really isn't the same thing, but I remember that's one of the reasons I wanted to stream it, was because I was just... Jesus, stupid. I was just getting my jimmies rustled so much when I was playing it. Or not my jimmies rustled, I was just getting really scared. Like, it's... The beginning will really get you. If you get past the beginning, you'll be fine. I'm wondering what strats I'm going to go for on... Oh well. I couldn't remember if I had a split for that one or not. Ugh, I don't know if that's gonna work. Oh, no way it did. Nice. Down here is where I get the one health item I was talking about earlier. It's absolutely free except for the second and a half it takes for the item to show up on screen. But it's just right here, so you're already going here to take this picture. And that one's more useful because it gives you all your health back and you don't have to go into the menu to use it. It just automatically happens when you lose all your health. So it's really worth getting. And you can only carry one at a time. Like, I've walked by, like, I think 3 or 4, but all of those ones are just, like, slightly out of the way, even if they're just, like, on a shelf or something. That one is just right where you're supposed to go. So that's the one that I pick up. And you shouldn't need it up until this point anyways. If you've taken enough damage to require it, then just screw you. Like, I used to get one, like, at the beginning of day 1, but... Though I did actually lose a run before this point, and I was really surprised that, like, it was just going really bad. Something was kicking my ass. I can't remember what, but it really did a number on me. And I just remember being so surprised that I died. Like, the "you died" screen came up, and I was just like, what? Where's my stone mirror? Oh, wait, I don't get it till halfway through the run. I like that you can kind of get, like, the gist of a plot just by watching the first, like, second and a half of cutscenes. It's just like, oh, somebody hanging outside in a tree, and Miku's memory, apparently somebody important to her hung herself, probably her mother. We have a small broken neck fight down here. Nice. I was really worried that if that shot didn't kill her, that would have wasted so much time. Because then she would have sat there and freaked out about it. Which is not good. Excuse me. Sorry if that blew out anybody's ears. Yeah, broken neck's really not too bad, but she can give you a little bit of trouble sometimes, I guess. You don't even have to fight her that many times. So now I'm gonna... Nice. That's really gonna help out for this next fight. And I'm really glad I waited, because I wouldn't have had enough to do that before broken neck right there, and that would have sucked. Yeah, Ghost, we got really good splits right now. But this fight is one of the biggest ones of day 2. Oh shit, my hiccups just came back. Damn it, that sucks. I don't want to do this fight with hiccups. Oh well. So there's Ryozio. We have to fight him later. And now, here we go. Please don't raise up in the air. Oh my god, are you kidding? You're already giving me that shit? Fuck you, bitch. That is the worst attack she can do because it's just a huge time waster. We actually, yeah, just pretty much stayed on par right there. The thing that I really don't like about her going up in the air is that there's a good like 4 or 5 seconds that she's just invulnerable up there and you can't take a picture of her, and then after she drops, she always drops somewhere random, so you have to try to find her again, and I don't like doing that. But we stayed consistent, so that's what matters. Yeah, world record is 124.32, which is my old splits. And pop quiz, guys. Who is in the front of the bag? Time to guess. 3, 2, 1, and the answer is... Hope you guessed right. And then we get this mean mug mask. I have to be really particular on my doors puzzle because if I mess up any of it, it's the end of the... It loses about 30 seconds. It's really rough. Dude, I do not want to have hiccups during this run. Hiccups would be very distracting. Yeah, but so far we are on world record pace, so I really, really would like to keep that up. Oh my god, it is the most terrifying of ropes. She's come across dozens and dozens of ghosts, took them, or looked them straight in the eyes through the lens of a camera, flashed their brains out. Yet that robe. Apparently Miku, much like the editor, had a really bad BDSM experience once, so I could see her not caring for such things. And also thanks to everybody tuning in for some Fatal Frame tonight. It's cool to see so many people tune out, so I appreciate you guys being here. One text box. There's been so many times where I've mashed through that, and if you press X twice, then fuck you. That is all I'm going to say. More specifically, pressing X twice means you go through the text box, and then you press the go through, which means, like, use the door. And, doors take a long time to go through in this game anyways. Those ones take upwards, like, it's something like 16 seconds each, because then you have to, like, consider the bringing up the whole dialogue screen again. It's really frustrating. Yeah, I just won't commentate, and I'll just, like, hiccup the whole time. How does that sound, everybody? For casual play, this is one of the hardest fights in the game. For speedruns is, like, the easiest fight. Because I'm going to invoke what I call the bitch method. It's a really cheap boss strat against blinded. If I wouldn't have missed that shot there at the end, we would have made up a bunch of time. Whatever. Now let's see, this is bugging me. Do I go up or down? I cannot remember to save my life. We're going up, that's right. And we go down for the other one. I don't even know why they like hide this talisman here. They just didn't even give a shit because the door for it's just right next to it. And then we have Ryozio, who just sucks. Uzzer, I'm totally going to speedrun The Sims. That's exactly what I think I'm going to do. This guy is a gigantic sack of balls. That is the only way to describe him. He's just a gigantic scrotum. Oh, we are just rocking his ass right now, though. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Wait. I was gonna say I fucking know he's gonna do it at the end. Wait, where the fuck are you? Boom, bitch. Get the fuck out of my house. I've never hit a split that hard. Yeah, I don't know why that fight went so well. I was really hoping that I could get him before he teleported at the end. Like, that would have been sick. Um, but usually he teleports twice and, like, fucks my shit. So that was... I'm very happy with that fight. Alright, we're really happy. We have another Ryozo fight, and I'm really curious to see how this one's gonna go. Alright, let's not forget to grab this mask. I've done that and it just ruffles my feathers so bad. I'll like run off like la-ti-da and I don't remember to grab this mask. Which you needed to leave. Silent Hill 1 is absolutely amazing and it is my all-time favorite. Silent Hill 3 is alright, it's more sexy than anything else, and Fatal Frame 2 is okay. But I'm not as crazy about it as most people are. I just find the first one to be ungodly perfect and everything. Yeah, Ryoza's our next fight. We have 2 more fights for this day. And they're both pretty tough. Blinded 4 is Blinded's like final boss form, which is still the same as the other ones, but she's just like a hair more aggressive. And she has a ton of health. Usually Blinded has really low HP, especially the first time that we fight her in the run, which is supposed to be the 3rd fight against her in the game. She takes like 3 shots, usually. Ryozo is Yae's husband, who is Miku's great-great-grandfather. I think it's a family storyline. I think it's... Yeah, I think it is his great... Or maybe it's just a great-grandfather. because it's her grandmother who lived here in the house during the 1910s. This fight is one of my least favorites because of not necessarily because, okay, yeah, the ghost sucks and the area for fighting sucks. Everything about it sucks. I love you, full speed. Damn it. Oh, damn it, if that would have killed him, that would have been so fucking cool. See, because when Ryozo gets hit with a 0, he just cries like a bitch. Like, I'm not even exaggerating. He just sits there and, like, fucking belly aches. Damn it, that would have made up so much time. Like, we're still on time. We actually made up a fifth of a second. But, fuck. Jimmy is thoroughly rustled. Because the thing about the criticals that really sucks is if you get them and they don't kill the enemy, then, like, especially Ryozo, he really belly aches about it. The other one who really belly aches about it is the Casper, like the apparition that I'm going to come up against here in a minute. Alright, this is the boss fight for day 2. And it's Blinded's final encounter. Alright, this is how she's starting, okay. She's probably going to try to dive at me, which I really hope she doesn't. Let's see if we can knock it out with a crit. Nope, that's okay. Now she'll probably appear right behind me. Yep. But she's in the... Oh shit, she did it twice, huh? Out of my house. I'm satisfied. I don't know about Blinded Metal Gear Solid 2, but next Saturday, my brother and I are going to be doing two players, one controller for Metal Gear Solid 2. I'm gonna go spend the night at his house, and we're gonna do that together. Okay. So this part's kind of iffy because we have to play rugby with these 3 ghost grunts. You don't have to fight them. You can. They're really bitches. But for every one of them it kills, it wastes just a ton of time. So we're not going to do that. We're just going to run by them, even if it hurts us. Though you really don't like taking damage in here, because then you have to carry it for all of day 3. And we don't actually pick anything up back here, we just activate that cutscene. And so we can take a picture of a ghost if we need to, like... Oh, fuck you, asshole. Yeah, so that stunned him long enough so we could get by. And then I count 1, 2, or all 3 stooges back there. Okay, yeah, even though we had to stop and take a picture, that's not bad at all. It was better than getting eaten. And back to the 11-second ladders. And that one takes even longer because of the earthquake. In the next room, we're coming up on the most unoriginal ghost in this game. It's pretty impressive how unoriginal he is. This ghost, it was pretty much like they were sitting around the room. There's like, we are just out of ideas. We have family members. We have ninjas. We have the ghost of children. We have the ghosts of princesses. There is nothing else. And then one of them apparently saw the movie Casper and was greatly inspired by it. I don't know why I keep doing this. Stratos just fucks me. Oh, there he is. We need to deal as much damage as we can before he gets close. Let's do a snapshot and then we'll just do... Really? We lost 0.2 reset. 18 shots. Ooh. 18 green. That's gnarly. Oh, especially since, yeah, we actually have 16, because we have to waste 2 right here. What the fuck? I think we actually might switch to red for Ghostface. Yeah, because then after that we're just going to switch to blue anyways. So let's do that now. No, that's not what we wanted. Okay. Then we need to upgrade the max power too. I've actually been needing to do that for a while. But I decided upgrading speed is much more important because that's my combat style in this game. We have the hardest fights in the game coming up, so we're a minute and a half ahead, and I'd be really surprised if we lost a minute and a half, but this one ain't over yet. Because we have Ghostface here, and, oopsies. The Ghostface killer, he can be pretty nasty. And I know what a lot of you are probably thinking, that Ghostface Killer ain't even dead. And even if that may be true, he doesn't need to be dead to be scary. Alright, here we go. Well, not yet. We have to go over and run over to this thing first. Alright. So the story behind Ghostface is, when the... Oh, jeez. Let me actually fight this bitch first. I didn't even move. Yeah, I knew he was going to hit me. That's what kind of sucks about starting the fight there, but... Oh well. And then one more. Alright, so we're going to switch to blue because we need it for, we're going to go take a few pictures. And I don't feel like, usually I do that fight with green ammo. But we're low on green, and I want to be able to use green for all the priests. Or at least use as much green as I can for the priests. And the only thing scarier than ropes is apparently lightning. Nice. That's going to be one of the nice things about moving to Japan, is I will be able to find me a copy of Project 04. Though it's like I know I could just get like an unofficial, like, dubbed copy. But once I get a little bit better at Japanese, it'd just be nice to play it in the original language. Maybe I can even get myself a Japanese copy of this one too. The Japanese one, though, has a different default button layout, as Zero noticed when he was playing on the Japanese one forever, then tried to switch over to NTSC. And the NTSC one also has the triangle button be the 180 button, and you don't even have a 180 in the other version. Yeah, thankfully there's no lightning rope. That would just be the end. Alright, priest time, baby. Oh wait, I forgot I can't skip these ones. You a bitch. Oh, fuck you, dude. No way. When he does that, you're just supposed to wait for him to get close. But he kind of attacked me at some bullshit angle. It's okay, let's not let it get us too much. And then... Okay, we still made up time. I just don't like getting hit because it's ugly. We've taken 2 hits in combat now, and that makes me sad. Though one of them was dodging from Ghostface Killer's sword and just running away, but that shouldn't have happened. That was my fault. Like, a lot of Japanese games, you don't really need to know Japanese to play them unless it's like an RPG or some heavily text-based game. One of my best friends got a really fun Gundam game for PS3 that was all in Japanese, and just fuck it. Like, they did fine. Oh, I'm dropping frames right now. Okay, I'm not dropping frames anymore. Oh, dude, give me... I don't like it when they do that because it takes a long time, and you can't charge it at all. You only just get this shitty zero shot. Oh, this... damn it. See that thing on the corner right there? It's on the left side right now. Okay, it's gone. It's a fireball that he shot, and it's going to hit me. I can't dodge it. See, here it comes. The Ghostface Killer, he shoots projectiles, but his don't linger. I like how I forgot that priest in both of my splits. Alright, so there's an element of RNG here. We can have a second ghost appear in this room, and if that happens, it's really bad. The second ghost will be Broken Neck, and she'll be appearing to my right now, if she is here. Thank God she's not. And nobody's gonna whoop ass on this ghost. This is the only time we fight her. This is long hair. And yes, that is her name. Let's do one more good one. Okay, let's just snap her. You're beautiful, babe. That fight makes me really happy. And sorry, I'll move the mouse in a second. Yes, it's now mouse percent. Alright, now we're going for the third priest. He is supposed to be the toughest, but me and Zero have both agreed that he's not. Zero didn't even agree with me when I said that he was supposed to be the toughest, and just what I mean by that is out of the 3 priests, he looks different. Though all 4 priests have different attacks and behave differently.
Ritual has failed. It's all over.
Okay. Fuck you, asshole. Okay, let's get one more. Nice. Oh, come on, dude, don't be a bitch. Oh, don't be a bitch. You're being 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 a bitch. That blows. Yeah, just any time, like, he usually doesn't do that attack where, or not attack, just that thing where he was walking forward without his head. Like, oh shit, I only also have one green shot, I shouldn't even use it. Yeah, actually I won't. Usually he doesn't do that attack. It's really uncommon for that guy to do it. It also makes me really sad. We could have probably had green on that too, but sometimes I fight him with red film. Like, I'll actually use red film instead of for the first ghost face killer, I'll equip it after long hair. And I'll use it for these 4 fights, because I should have 24 shots, which is enough for these 4 ghosts, just fine. But I have 18 right now, which I have to fight this guy, and then the other dude. And so yeah, we're totally chill. And I went up on the other one, so I think I'm going down right here. Yes, we are. If you go up, you waste a ton of time. And this ghost has a unique move too. It's where he burrows underground. If he does it, I'll explain it then. Thanks everybody for tuning out for this run. I had no idea that I'd be able to get almost 2 minutes out of my splits, so I'm extremely happy with this run right now. Oh, come on, quit being a bitch, quit being a bitch, quit being a bitch, quit being a bitch, quit being a bitch. I've said before, I hate it when they do that move. Oh, you fucking... It just wastes a ton of time, even if you do pretty good damage on it. Are you kidding me? 3 in a row. Wait, let's just... Oh, really? That was slow? It's because he did that slow attack twice. I thought that was a good fight. Okay, we're doing good though. because we killed him in 4 shots. So 14, I'll have 13 for the final boss. Or for Ghostface Killer 2, I mean. And we still have future green splits too. Like, this has been a really good run, but it hasn't been like the god run. I'm still waiting. I'm gonna be done with this game when I get sub 120 and no damage. Though I think that's unrealistic. Not the no damage, but sub 120, at least with current strats. We're gonna have to find another ghost skip for that. Yeah, let's see how this can go. 3. Nice, and then we have to take 1 picture. It was my goal to get a new PB in this game before summer ended, so if we can do that tonight, I'm really happy. It's something red on the floor. Apparently, the Kool-Aid man has sprung a leak, unless it's blood, but I mean, I don't think that's likely. I don't know why I was having such a hard time beating my old splits. Especially if we've made up so much time, but that's okay. I think I just needed to take a break from this game. Alright, here's the final boss fight of day 3, which is Ghostface Killer again, and this is a lot better room to fight him in. Much better. He's gonna get his shit wrecked. Oh, that's really bad. Like, it's okay, but... Oh yeah, so... Remember what I said about their heads appearing in front of things and it being able to really screw you? With his head appearing in front of the doors like that, there was a lot of time which we were supposed to be able to get shots in, but weren't. Luckily, when he laughs like this, though, it's pretty much him just saying, hey, could you bust me in the face a few times, thanks? There should have been a ton of time made up on that fight more. I'm really not satisfied with that fight. Oh well. And like, a part of me really wants to blame that on RNG, but like, part of me knows that's not true. And we're being really risky right now. Usually I go and I pick up some extra red film at the end of that room, but I feel like I have enough shots right now that I don't need to. And there might be a ghost spawn here. Really? Okay. Usually broken neck spawns right there, but she didn't, so that's really curious. Oh, and hey Oblivion, thank you for stopping by the stream. How are you doing tonight? You're coming in at the end of a Fatal Frame run? Well, as you can probably tell. Not to point out the obvious, but... Hey, I'm just trying to be a nice streamer here, man. Give me a break. Alright, sweet. So, yeah, this is the end here. We just have to run up here and press a... Like, this is where my old split used to be. But putting the splits after the end of Ghosts, and it would just be redundant to have another one, so... Alright, coming up next. Luckily we're not playing this game as Chris, or else we'd have to go find Rebecca to be able to play this Japanese string instrument for us. Because if survival horror games have taught me anything, only the females know how to play instruments. And hey, Ingarium, how are you doing tonight? Thank you for stopping by. If you observe that little hole in the ground that I just walked by that the light was coming out of, you could fight an additional ghost. And it's really easy too, it's just a head. Okay, and so instead of doing the monster mash here, we do kind of the monster pump. Like, you have to have kind of a rhythm to it. You don't mash, or else you actually go slower than if you walk normally. But you just kind of do this, like, pump, so to speak. Yeah, there's a lot of really small doors. So this was Kiri's room, where she was kept for, I think, 3,669 days, which is what you have to undergo if you're going to be the rope shrine maiden. It also means you're going to be torn limb from limb by a bunch of priests holding onto ropes, and then they're going to use your blood to soak into the ropes to seal over the gate, because whoever built this mansion had terrible real estate decision making. For some reason, they thought it'd be nice to build their giant mansion on top of this, like, gigantic evil portal to the netherworld. Maybe that's why the property was so cheap, is it was located right on top of a gate to hell. But apparently the landlord kind of left that out of the information. So anyways, then they have this mansion with this giant ghost problem, or demon problem, so to speak. A demon problem, which later became a ghost problem. Romulus and Douchebag is a throwback to an old carcinogen joke, which I first picked up on from his speed run of Resident Evil 1 that's on SDA right now. And Romulus and Douchebag are just kind of like a reoccurring theme throughout games of just two enemies who are paired up together who are just kind of jerks. The case in point being these two suckers right here. Zero just laughed at me. There we got one of them. Really? Did I just get hit by one of these guys? Never in a million years. Oh, and the auto aim's fucking with me too. Oh shit. We're gonna lose a ton of time on this split, but that's okay. I've never gotten hit by one of those guys ever. They never get that close. Oh, that hurts. We should have made a lot of time there, but we didn't. This quick kill is really easy. Super Punter, if you guys want to, you can go ahead. I'm actually gonna have to use this for the next fight because I want my 6 shots for the final boss. But it's okay, this ghost is a gigantic bitch. For some reason, it seems like all the ghosts in day 4 would be like really tough or really like strong ghosts, you know? You know, not what you'd think. Jeez, this is why blue film sucks. Even though we lost a bunch of time there, we're still pushed up against the door, so it's not that big of a deal. Alright, final ghost, final boss fight incoming. And thanks again everybody for being here to enjoy and share this run with me. I got my last PB almost like 3-4 months ago, and it's been taking me forever to beat that PB. And so this is a really proud moment for me right now. But let's not speak too soon, because I have died on Kiri. She kills you in 1 hit. I want to back away from her as far as possible. 2. Not yet. Oh, sub 23. Oh, sub 123. Sub 123. Sub 123. Oh shit. Oh shit. Final piece of the Triforce. Resurrect, save Hyrule, and Ganon is slain. Nice. 122.50. That is absolutely beautiful. Here, let's watch the credits together, and then thank you so much, everybody. That was great. I'm really happy with how that turned out.